Hello, so I am delighted in this short episode to introduce to you my lovely, gorgeous daughter, Bella.
Hiya.
She epitomizes for me everything that is strong and
Mum.
and the modern woman moving forward. So I thought it was really important to bring all age groups in, and so I'm going to pass you over to my amazing, gorgeous daughter, Bella.
Oh gosh, you flatter me. I'm Bella, Tosh's daughter. I go to UEA, University of East Anglia, and I study American literature and creative writing. And at the heart of things, I do believe I am a feminist, as I believe we all should be, really.
So as I can see in the background, it says the advantages of being a woman artist. So I'm not sure that was placed there. I think that just is on your room, isn't it? That's part of who you are.
And I also have a lot of pictures, paintings, famous paintings of women on my cupboard as well. So, but in terms of this poster, it's a Guerrilla Girls poster. I got it in Tate, London. And for those who don't know about the Guerrilla Girls, it was an anonymous group of feminist female artists devoted to fighting sexism and racism. And they had a beautiful exhibit in the Tate, and I went there, I saw that poster, and I was like, you know what, that's going on my wall. I agree with it. And I guess Mum, you asked me before this session if I could have an idea in mind as to why I love women, and I think it's the resilience that comes from us. We've been battered down for decades, hundreds of years, and I just think it's the fact that we always bounce back and we take no shit and we're cool about it because we're strong. And one of my favorite quotes, which is on here, it's just a bunch of quotes down the side, and one of my favorite quotes is the advantages of being a woman artist, not having to undergo the embarrassment of being called a genius.
There we go. There we go. I love that.
Very satirical poster, but I just think, it really sums up my thoughts.
I love that. I love that. Is there any, so if you were to say, one of my questions I'm asking everybody who I'm running in this series, who I'm interviewing in this series, is why you love women is obviously because of the resilience and what you've just mentioned. What would be your life tip for the young modern woman coming into this world?
I have two.
Love two.
Yeah, and one
surprise me.
Oh, well, the first one, which I always think about if anyone asks me to quote someone, it's the Queen, Gillian Anderson, and she says something along the lines of "Follow your dreams and not your boyfriends," and I think that's incredibly poignant because I think a lot of girls, not to generalize, but I think in this kind of sexist, very male-dominated world, I feel like we need to follow in the footsteps of the nearest man. That's just not the way things work, really.
And it's quite
their own route.
And it's quite interesting. That's a really good point you make. And because I think so often it doesn't matter really what age we are, whether we're 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, we really don't need a man to complete us.
Exactly.
And actually, if they're there, that's just like lovely, and it's the benefit, and you can rub shoulders walking through life. But I think
for viewers who don't really know Mum's situation, Mum's been a single mum.
situation.
So, well, no, not.
No, I love it. I know. I know. I'm okay with that.
But Mum's been a single mum since I was 11, I think, and you've done so fucking well, honestly. Best mum award here. So
I got the F word in as well in this series. No, it's great. It's great. Okay. You can tell this was unscripted, which is perfect. It's just how I wanted it to be. So
sorry.
No, that's fine.
My other piece of advice is around the stigma of femininity and how we really should embrace femininity, because we've been told for so long that we need to compete with men, we need to be strong like men, we need to be like men if we're going to succeed. But really, and then also we've been told that dressing in dresses or wearing high heels is weak. and stuff, and we need to take that back, and we need to reverse this toxic stigma around femininity that depicts it as weak. So, you know, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say bitch, but be that bad bitch and walk out there, be your strongest self, and wear a dress if you want. If you don't want to, at least recognize that by wearing a dress, it doesn't diminish your strength.
I love that. It was very interesting, just very briefly to finish up, as I was doing a sort of an empowerment workshop, and I was asking those people in it who weren't feeling so empowered much later on, having been through big life, well, everybody goes through big life things, and for you as well. And it's, you know, remember, go back to that time when you felt, when you walked out the front door wearing your favorite outfit, and hold that, you know, hold that energy, hold that confidence.
Yes.
And I think that absolutely, I've seen you walk out my front door looking like that many times, and I'm so proud of you for that.
But just, yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm proud as anything this mum is of her almost 20-year-old daughter, so making her way in this world. Thank you so much for being here. And
all right, thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you soon.